Hello, anonymous strangers on the internet, and welcome to Let's Play Stonehearth Alpha 12. As you can see, this is incompatible with any previous saves that you have from previous games. Welcome to my world crisis. A few things to note about this is the first release after the actual alpha release. Excuse me. So it should be slightly less buggy than the original. You'll also notice, I'll just go over the basics of how you usually start. So we're going to buy a trapper's knife. That's because it's one of the hardest basic equipment pieces to make. You're going to have a carpenter equipment almost automatically, which is how I believe you built the farmer's hoe and wooden swords. So you don't need to worry about that too much, and that also gets you a spindle. I believe you have to have a fairly high level, not a stonemason, what is that person called? Smithy, maybe, to get the trapper's knife. So I just buy it at the beginning because you can. Yay! Let's go ahead and look at our starting stats. So, this is mined. It's typically still good for crafters, and also it's used for one other class, but I can't remember. For your footmen, you're generally going to want to have high body and high spirit. For your farmers and such, having high body is nice. And for your trappers, you're going to want somebody who has high body and high spirit as well. But I think you also want high mind for your farmers potentially if they become your shepherds. I'm not 100% sure. That might be reversed. I might actually want the trappers to have that, but I'll find out soon. So you'll see none of these citizens are particularly amazing. This guy's just crap, so we're going to re-roll this nonsense. Oh, this guy's even worse. Wow. Lucky me, roll. I can live with this. This would be a good footman. This would be a good footman. These guys are pretty good for different things as well. This guy's just great. Sor, you're amazing, even though you're unfortunately named. Okay, so next step, you click embark. Woo! There's different world seeds. Don't believe you can input it currently. And if this ever loads, because my computer seems to hate me. Oh, there we go. Water, as far as I know, still doesn't particularly do anything in this alpha release. It just looks pretty and occasionally has stuff come out of it if you build paths down there. So as far as picking a place, pick somewhere with trees, obviously for tree having reasons, and wildlife and minerals. So this here is a pretty swanky spot. You're obviously surrounded by trees if you look at this map. Close to minerals. I like to dig into the cave to put my stockpiles because I think they're ugly, and they look cool underground, and it has wildlife, so we're moving in here. Settle here. It's far away from water, but who cares, because water doesn't do anything. Though how the crop fields look currently, they have an area for water to be placed down, so I imagine it'll have some sort of purpose in the future. We're just not there yet. Let's see here. So, what are our goals going to be? So we're going to go ahead and get our basic stockpile set up a couple camps, and I think that'll be our goal for this video today. So I'm going to check really quickly to see if I see berries anyway. That's a really quick, easy beginning food source. And I don't think I am, but I could also just be blind. I just see lots and lots of trees. So many trees. You know what? You don't actually need berries. It's just nice. Oh, there's some berries way down there. Well, we're not going way down there. That seems really doomy and really exposed. I like to have my back to a cave wall. Yeah, guess the doomy areas are the only places that berries currently grow. So I guess we'll just take that with a grain of salt and move right on in here, huh? Okay, so we're gonna place our town banner right here. I like this area because it's got nice cliff walls. White Valley, no, we name it home and then we get upset when we can't go home anymore because updates break our saves. There we go. Okay, so time in this game passes fairly slowly, but not so slowly that I don't recommend pausing it when you're trying to decide what to do. So we're going to gather, harvest, gather, harvest. Right through here to clear out our town area. We're going to go ahead and get our hearthlings started on this. Who did I want to promote to our carpenter? Who has the highest mind? You have high mind and body. I just want high mind. You're just great. Do I not just have one person with just high mind? Sure. Well, Sorry, I'm making noises because I remember... You know, it's fine. Everything's fine. I think this is probably our best bet. Maybe they need to have high spirit to tame animals. Okay, whatever. Lizzie, you're now my carpenter. Welcome to a world of hurt. Ba-bum. So Liz is going to wander over there and get her stuff. I click on our menu of people again. Yeah. I had 2 people with high body, right? You seem pretty good all around. I'm going to make you a trapper. Just because that won't backfire for sure. For sure, it's fine. And then I'm going to set up a stockpile. So, since these guys just, like, demolish those trees, I'm going to set my stockpile up over here. It'll just be a 20 by 20. You can put everything there for now. I usually organize them a little bit better than that later on. Just because I like things to be organized. Like, I like to have the food really close to the mess hall and the farming areas. This is just my outside one right now, so I'm not really too worried about it. Where did Lizzie go? Come here, Lizzie. Okay, so here's your carpenter. You need to show your workshop to actually build stuff. We are going to build a lot of random things to begin with. Oh. None required. Wait, what? Craft requirement unmet. Oh, I need to make my workshop. Sorry, I've not played this game in far too long. But I thought that I don't know why I can't remember where to place or how to place your workshop. Well, that's concerning. Crafters, this guy. Oh, there we go. No? Oh, my bad. I forgot. You gotta make your workbench first, and then you can do stuff with it. I feel like that wasn't the case before. Interesting. There's also a carpenter's tool bench. So yeah, that's probably new. That or I'm really spacey. Both are possibilities. So crafter's gonna go wander a really long time to make her bench. The grizzled traveler approaches. Here's something to help. Yes, we are hungry. Please give us food. Thank goodness. Oh, I should get my trapper going, huh? Trapper! These are your trapping zones. I remember knowing the exact amount that you should have these set up. Pretty much you don't want to have them placed where people are going to walk, and you don't want them placed where there's trees and other things. So I believe 30 by 30 is one of the good numbers to have it at. So let's just do that. Sure, why not? And so consequently, like, the trapper will automatically walk through its traps if it has to go between stacks of them, so it's just sort of better to do it like this. We're going to probably move these eventually. I don't know if these are really great spots. I also think it's weird that it's better to have your trap set up where there aren't trees, because clearly animals like open exposed spaces where there's no food whatsoever. That's like prime animal location. Okay, Lizzie, did you ever build your shop? Yes, Earthlings, I get it, you're bored, but Lizzie? Lizzie? Show workshop. Did you build it? Looks like you built it. Can I build a bed now, Lizzie? Bah! Requires a placed workshop. Okay. Where did... See that you built it. Good. Excellent. There we go. I just had to go find it in the stockpile. That's slightly annoying. Pretty much Anything that requires you to find things in this mess that's also wood colored is not great. But that's fine. Show workshop. Okay, I'm gonna build some beds because otherwise people are gonna get cranky from sleeping outside. And that's a good first item to work on. Then we're gonna also create a, actually let's swap that. Ooh, wow, there we go, okay. Doesn't particularly matter how many of each thing you make, as long as you just make it. So we have that. We need a wooden practice sword just in case. We're gonna need some of those things too. Mason's chisel, huh? Okay. Well, since these guys are all doing absolutely nothing, let's get them to work. So like to do, there we go, that's what I like. Okay, so I'm gonna have this be 20 by 20. I'm gonna have an entrance there, 20 by 20, entrance there, 20 by 20, and entrance there, and then I'll probably end up doing this one too. Perfect, that'll keep you guys busy. Sleeping outdoors is where it's at anyway, come on. So what used to happen in the game before is if you tried to build something while they're doing this, like, it's gonna get messed up and it'll never get done. I have heard, however, that one of the major things that they've been trying to fix, ooh, now skillful enough to materials crafted by other crafters, cool, is that they've been working on pathfinding. What that means is pretty much like, if this guy knows he needs to pick up, I don't know, some jerky over here after they empty the traps, he's not going to go wandering in a long loop to find his way back here. That's actually something that they fixed in, oh, what's that game? Because I love that game. RimWorld? Yeah, that was something that they addressed with RimWorld because there's a lot of performance issues if you have your Hearthlings check tile by tile if they can go a certain direction. So one of the things that they fixed in RimWorld is they had a bigger set of tiles that they would check, and then they would check the adjacent tiles instead, which sounds more complicated, but it works a lot faster because checking 3 spots is a lot faster than checking the whole map. I don't know if that's what they ended up doing in Stonehearth, but, you know, might as well make small talk while I'm concerned about people slowly starving to death. Did you actually make... You're done, in theory. I like that you're done, in theory. I'm gonna probably just make the standard items for the game right now. So they have a sleeping quarters. It's very, very boring, but it's functional. So that'll be a little bit faster than watch me very, very slowly design something. They could make everyone a bunch of tiny cottages and it would be so much cuter. No. Why mess with a giant hall intended for a large group of people? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, oops. I'm ashamed of myself for forgetting the controls of this game. I have been playing way too much League of Legends. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to have happen back. I'm sorry that you have to struggle watching me try to figure out how to make things happen that I want to have happen. I know that cannot be fun for any of you. I promise in the future to make sure that I practice a game before I show myself playing it in front of people. So, for those who are curious about what I'm trying to figure out how to do, yay, I'm worth money. I'm trying to figure out how to rotate this building because I don't want it to face that direction. And I know there's a way to do that. There was a time, in fact, where I was capable of doing that independently, and it was pretty swanky. You know, I decided I actually like it facing this way, and I'm going to put it right here. There's going to be zero regrets about putting it right here. Yeah. It's perfect. Okay. Finish editing. Build. I need 2 mountains. 2 wooden lanterns. Okay. Yes, start building. People need places to sleep. Come on, get to work. So that means I need to build 1 more of these, And I need to build 2 of these. That's fine. Okay. And have I gotten the materials? Oh, I must have the thing to make a farmer now. So farmer, I believe the most important stat is body, but I think for when the farmer upgrades, having them have other appealing stats, such as spirit, isn't necessarily a bad thing. So I also know in the pre-release that you definitely needed more farmers to get the job done. So let's see if that's still the case. Here we go. We have this guy who has pretty good body, also pretty good spirit. I think that's gonna be our guy, right? Lane? Oh, sorry, woman. Gonna be our woman. Whoops, 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 whoops. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, internet. I did not mean to be this uncoordinated. Okay, so we're gonna go have Lane get this nonsense set up. And then I think we pretty much met our goal for this episode. We are setting up indoor stockpiles. We have stockpiles. We cleared this area. We have a carpenter who's working pretty hard on making everything we need for everyone. And we have a farmer. I'm gonna go ahead and make our farmer's area. Boop, 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 boop. Choose a crop. Yeah, this actually is not going too poorly. I can't remember how many zones one farmer can handle now, so I'm gonna probably just be overly generous and make it be too many zones. I like to leave a little bit of a walkway between, so three's not bad. Let's do 4 though, because I think otherwise I get weird issues with the doors. I don't want it in front of that entryway, so we shall do it over here, where there will be no problem whatsoever, I'm sure. Perfect. And then let's make something that grows fast, because they're going to need to eat. Okay. And then over here, we won't make a full patch, we'll just make a tiny dinky little patch. And turnips. What did we end up planting here? I don't know. She's digging though, so that's good. Maybe? Meh, it's dirt. Well, you sound really excited. Okay, so as you can see, as you dig through here, you get lots of different kinds of ores. This actually is a really rich area, so I am glad we ended up building here, because we already got copper and iron. And I've had to dig like really far down before I got anything but a hunk of stones, which is a pain in the butt. So I'm glad that's not an issue. Well, I feel like we've accomplished everything we set out to do. We're building, everything's beautiful. We'll go ahead and continue this later. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked, click like. If you want to subscribe, you should maybe do that. I don't know, I'm not going to stop you. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you. Bye.